as gardens by a river, as aloes Yahweh has planted. He makes water flow from his buckets, and his kingdom is exalted.
Today's reading from the Old Testament, Numbers chapter 24, verse 1 through chapter 26, verse 10. And Balaam sees that it is good in the eyes of Yahweh to bless Israel, and he has not gone as time by time to seek enchantments, and he sets his face toward the wilderness. And Balaam lifts up his eyes and sees Israel dwelling by its tribes, and the Spirit of God is on him. And he takes up his allegory and says, an affirmation of Balaam son of Beor, and an affirmation of the man whose eyes are shut. An affirmation of him who is hearing sayings of God, who sees a vision of the Almighty, falling and eyes uncovered. How good have been your tents, O Jacob, your dwelling places, O Israel. They have been stretched out as valleys, as gardens by a river, as aloes Yahweh has planted, as cedars by waters. He makes water flow from his buckets, and his seed is in many waters. And his king is higher than Gog or Agog, and his kingdom is exalted. God is bringing him out of Egypt as the swiftness of a wild ox for him. He eats up nations, his adversaries, and he breaks their bones, and he strikes with his arrows. He has bent, he has lain down as a lion, and as a lioness who raises him up. He who is blessing you is blessed, and he who is cursing you is cursed. And the anger of Balak burns against Balaam, and he strikes his hands, and Balak says to Balaam, I called you to pierce my enemies, and behold, you have certainly blessed these 3 times. And now flee for yourself to your place. I have said I greatly honor you, and behold, Yahweh has kept you back from honor. And Balaam says to Balak, did I not also speak to your messengers whom you have sent to me, saying, if Balak gives to me the fullness of his house of silver and gold, I am not able to pass over the command of Yahweh, to do good or evil of my own heart. That which Yahweh speaks, it I speak. And now behold, I am going to my people. Come, I counsel you concerning that which this people does to your people in the latter end of the days. And he takes up his allegory and says, an affirmation of Balaam son of Beor, and an affirmation of the man whose eyes are shut. An affirmation of him who is hearing sayings of God and knowing knowledge of the Most High. He sees a vision of the Almighty, falling and eyes uncovered. I see him, but not now. I behold him, but not near. A star has proceeded from Jacob, and a scepter has risen from Israel, and has struck corners of Moab, and has destroyed all sons of Seth. And Edom has been a possession, and Seir has been a possession for his enemies, and Israel is doing valiantly. And one rules out of Jacob, and has destroyed a remnant from the city. And he sees Amalek, and takes up his allegory, and says, Amalek is first among nations, but his latter end, destruction forever. And he sees the Kenite, and takes up his allegory, and says, your dwelling is enduring, and your nest is being set in a rock. But the Kenite is for a burning, until when does Ashur keep you captive? And he takes up his allegory and says, woe, who lives when God does this? But ships come from the side of Chittim, and they have humbled Ashur, and they have humbled Eber, but it is also perishing forever. And Balaam rises and goes and turns back to his place, and Balak has also gone on his way. And Israel dwells in Shittim, and the people begin to go whoring to daughters of Moab. And they call for the people to the sacrifices of their gods, and the people eat and bow themselves to their gods. And Israel is joined to Baal Peor, and the anger of Yahweh burns against Israel. And Yahweh says to Moses, take all the chiefs of the people, and hang them before Yahweh in sight of the sun, and the fierceness of the anger of Yahweh turns back from Israel. And Moses says to the judges of Israel, each slays his men who are joined to Baal Peor. And behold, a man of the sons of Israel has come, and brings a Midianitess to his brothers before the eyes of Moses, and before the eyes of all the congregation of the sons of Israel, who are weeping at the opening of the tent of meeting. And Phinehas, son of Eleazar, son of Aaron the priest, sees and rises from the midst of the congregation, and takes a javelin in his hand, and goes in after the man of Israel to the hollow place, and pierces them both, the man of Israel and the woman, to her belly, and the plague is restrained from the sons of Israel. And the dead by the plague are 24,000. And Yahweh speaks to Moses, saying, Phinehas, son of Eleazar, son of Aaron the priest, has turned back my fury from the sons of Israel by his being zealous with my zeal in their midst, and I have not consumed the sons of Israel in my zeal. Therefore say, Behold, I am giving my covenant of peace to him. And it has been to him and to his seed after him for a covenant of a continuous priesthood, because that he has been zealous for his God, and makes atonement for the sons of Israel. And the name of the man of Israel who has been struck with the Midianites, is Zimri, son of Salu, prince of the house of a father of the Simeonite. And the name of the woman who is struck, the Midianites, is Cosbi, daughter of Zur. He is head of peoples of a father's house in Midian. And Yahweh speaks to Moses, saying, Distress the Midianites, and you have struck them, for they are adversaries to you with their frauds, with which they have acted fraudulently to you, concerning the matter of Peor, and concerning the matter of Cosbi, daughter of a prince of Midian, their sister, who is struck in the day of the plague for the matter of Peor. And it comes to pass, after the plague, that Yahweh speaks to Moses and to Eleazar, son of Aaron the priest, saying, Take a census of all the congregation of the sons of Israel, from a son of 20 years and upward by the house of their fathers, everyone going out to the host in Israel. And Moses speaks, Eleazar the priest also, with them in the plains of Moab by the Jordan, near Jericho, saying, From a son of 20 years and upward, as Yahweh has commanded Moses and the sons of Israel who are coming out from the land of Egypt. Reuben, firstborn of Israel, sons of Reuben, of Enoch, is the family of the Enochite. Of Palu, the family of the Paluite. Of Hezron, the family of the Hezronite. Of Carmi, the family of the Carmite. These are families of the Reubenite, and their numbered ones are 43,730. And the son of Palu is Eliab. And the sons of Eliab are Nemuel and Dathan and Abiram. This is that Dathan and Abiram, called ones of the congregation, who have striven against Moses and against Aaron in the congregation of Korah, in their striving against Yahweh. And the earth opens her mouth and swallows them and Korah in the death of the congregation, in the fire consuming the 250 men, and they become a sign. Today's reading from the New Testament, Luke chapter 2, verses 22 through 42. And when the days of their purification were fulfilled, according to the law of Moses, they brought him up to Jerusalem to present to the Lord. As it has been written in the law of the Lord, every male opening a womb will be called holy to the Lord. And to give a sacrifice according to that said in the law of the Lord, a pair of turtle doves or 2 young pigeons. And behold, there was a man in Jerusalem whose name is Simeon. And this man is righteous and devout, looking for the comforting of Israel, and the Holy Spirit was on him. And it has been divinely told him by the Holy Spirit not to see death before he may see the Christ of the Lord. And he came in the Spirit into the temple, and in the parents bringing in the child Jesus for their doing according to the custom of the law regarding him. Then he took him in his arms and blessed God, and he said, Now you send your servant away, O Lord, according to your word, in peace, because my eyes saw your salvation, which you prepared before the face of all the peoples, a light to the uncovering of nations and the glory of your people Israel. And Joseph and his mother were wondering at the things spoken concerning him. And Simeon blessed them and said to his mother Mary, Behold, this one is set for the falling and rising again of many in Israel, and for a sign spoken against. And also a sword will pass through your own soul, that the reasonings of many hearts may be revealed. And there was Anna, a prophetess, daughter of Phanuel of the tribe of Asher. She was much advanced in days, having lived with the husband 7 years from her virginity. And she is a widow of about 84 years, who did not depart from the temple, serving with fasts and supplications night and day. And she at that hour, having come in, was confessing likewise to the Lord, and was speaking concerning him to all those looking for redemption in Jerusalem. And when they completed all things according to the law of the Lord, they turned back to Galilee, to their city of Nazareth. And the child grew and was strengthened in spirit, being filled with wisdom, and the grace of God was on him. And his parents were going yearly to Jerusalem at the celebration of the Passover. And when he became 12 years old, they having gone up to Jerusalem according to the custom of the celebration. Today's reading from the Psalms, chapter 38, verses 14 through 22. Indeed, I am as a man who does not hear, and in his mouth are no reproofs. Because for you, O Yahweh, I have waited. You answer, O Lord my God. When I said, lest they rejoice over me in the slipping of my foot, they magnified themselves against me. For I am ready to halt, and my pain is continually before me. For I declare my iniquity, I am sorry for my sin. And my enemies are lively, they have been strong, and those hating me without cause have been multiplied. And those paying evil for good accuse me, because of my pursuing good. Do not forsake me, O Yahweh my God, do not be far from me. Hurry to help me, O Lord, my salvation. Today's reading from the Proverbs, chapter 8, verses 5 through 6. Understand, you simple ones, prudence, and you fools, understand the heart. Listen, for I speak noble things, and the opening of my lips is uprightness.
Because my eyes have seen your salvation, which you prepared before the face of all the peoples. Do not forsake me, O Yahweh. Do not be far from me. Hurry to help me, O Lord, my salvation.
Understand, you simple ones, prudence, and you fools, understand the heart. Listen, for I speak noble things, and the opening of my lips is uprightness.